Canada. Let's see, a stalking constable comes by and doesn't stop, just comes by just because I'm here. It's an Ottawa special constable there, and purposefully driving by right where my location is, not getting out, not stopping, just told to come by where I'm waiting. If he had any work to do or anything legitimate, obviously he would have stopped and done that work. He didn't have any work to do. He was just told to drive by my location. You can see they continually stalk and harass and attempt to threaten and intimidate. And so there you go for today. CSIS usually has somebody on the left side just holding up a phone and acting really weird and just sitting there staring at a darkened pathway. So that'll probably be the case. Although it is wet tonight, so I don't know. Okay, so I noticed they have a number of people idling in cars up here, but I don't care tonight. Let's just go cross over anyway. Slave getting out with a phone here, and just as I get here, right on cue. See that? Right on cue. Stalking special constable again. The moment I get here. So you see that there. Okay. We'll add that to the footage for this week, and then a second one here as soon as I get here. Second stalking Ottawa special constable. Second one driving up right as I get here. They've been harassing and stalking me for 3 years, as you know. And some of the people involved in that are Josh Gibalt, Alex Gallipo, Frankenstein Flint. I call him Frankenstein Flint because I don't know his first name. And also, what's that woman's name again? I'm trying to think of the name of that woman. Sarah Kennedy, who's probably most likely married to some drug trafficking Freemason, and that's why she's been put into her position to lie and enable harassment and criminal stalking. So you'll see their pictures here. I'll put them up for you again. Frankenstein Flint and Sarah Kennedy. And Frankenstein Flint and Josh Gibalt also have military backgrounds. So you shouldn't be at all surprised to see them partaking in immoral and grossly corrupt activities like these, because our Canadian military has been fully infiltrated with psychopaths and criminals who have been raised to have no conscience and no basic decency. So those are those people. Not bus terminal, the bike racket. So yeah, that's all those people do. As you can see, they don't do anything to keep anyone safe. They just harass and stalk law-abiding citizens. They're deranged, sick people, and we'll put their faces all online again. Frankenstein Flint looks like something that literally crawled out of a... we won't continue with that, but you get what I'm saying. You can see his face, so you know what I'm saying. What type of narcotics has that guy been doing, you know? You look like you just... Anyway. So the other day, again, they had these stalkers show up at the terminal right as I arrived, and then tonight, it also shows these creepy, weirdo, deranged psychopath constables are tracking my movements and receiving some sort of message wherever I go. And that's so, just to put the faces of the people who are involved in that online again, it's Alex Gallipo, a tiny little dwarf who's about 3'2", with a face that kind of looks like Owen Benjamin on a meth binge. And then Josh Gibalt, there we go, right away, stupid act, who's a former military personnel, well, maybe he's active military, I don't know. And Flint is also military as well. So they bring these people in with military backgrounds because they're mindless robots who have no intelligence, and they'll just follow orders. They'll do it if you ask them to harass their own family members, they'll do it without questioning, because they have no capability for critical thinking. And that's what they do in the military, right? They break you down and remove any semblance of any capacity for questioning what you're doing. They have to do that because of the acts that they're going to have you involved in. This is the same person that they have here doing this fake jogging again as I'm going up here. You saw him in the other video too. Some fat dwarf. Probably they're going to give him his drugs for doing that. So yeah, that's Josh Gibalt, Alex Gallipo, Flint. I don't know what his first name is. I call him Frankenstein Flint because of his uncanny resemblance to the Boris Karloff Frankenstein monster. He's about, he's definitely on some type of testosterone or some steroids with his fake steroid enhanced body, like a lot of these cops have too, which looks ridiculously unnatural for someone his age. And then Sarah Kennedy as well, who's just been inserted into her position. If you understand and read up on how these things work in the communitarian system, someone who is associated with these NGOs will come in and they just make the decisions as far as who they're going to put into these positions. So they're going to make sure that it's someone, again, a stalker from CSIS there. You saw last night showing up, right? And he's riding it on not even on the road, on the trail here, just so I'll see him there. So she's very likely, either she's directly involved in drug trafficking, or her Freemason husband probably is. And so she's fully involved in endorsing these criminal harassment activities by these pathetic groups of man-children who they send to do these things. So again, we're going to put pictures of these constables online, and we're going to put videos up all throughout the week as well. And they're grown adults who conduct themselves like children, an embarrassment to the country. And so as I walk up and down here, they're having people see this again tonight. Just wait until we get a clear pathway here. Again, all of those constables are Freemasons too, the males, so that's why they take part in criminal harassment, and they've been assured. So down here, they're going to have more following me from back here as well, I guess. Yeah, so the thing is, with these people in the military, they're trained not to ask any questions. You just follow orders, that's all. Forget about conscience, forget about anything like that. You're just going to do what you're told, and that's what they want. And that's why they have all these people who they control walking around in military camouflage attire. So just remember that when you see these people, these OC Transpo constables, they're probably harassing someone or getting paid to drink on the job and sit in their cars doing narcotics, staring at their phones and giggling like... So if you've seen the previous videos too, all the time when I'm leaving work, they drive up right in front of me as I'm leaving work, drive up in front of my workplace. Which shows that's pre-planned stalking, and they've been doing that for 3 years. And so, because they know they've been, the people who tell them to do these things, because they're not smart enough to act on their own volition to do anything. Let's show you here. I got somebody positioned over here at the buildings here. Looks like a biker or somebody. Show you from here. Okay, now I'll cross over here. Looks like just a... Yeah, so they go out of their way to try to find the incompetent people to put in these positions. Mindless people who won't question doing these types of childish, ridiculous things. And that's their job. Just, okay, wait here, and then as soon as he comes out, drive up. And they have them waiting here just to do that, when they could be doing something productive. When people are openly doing hard drugs in these transit terminals. They do nothing to stop that. And there's no excuse for them not knowing it's going on, because there's cameras everywhere. So you see the guy across there in the bike rack there. Again, they positioned him there because they know that's where I'm going to cross. So they positioned this guy here. That's probably an OC transport person. Standing in the bike rack where they know I'm going to cross, because they have to have somebody watching where I'm going to cross. Yeah, anyone with any sense at this point would leave this country. I mean, if you have the resources to do this, to do so. No one wants to stay in this mess, this hellhole with people like these. Even right away, right on cue. Another hook-nosed slave staring at a phone. He can't even move. See his facial expression? Like, what type of... let's see what else we get here. Maybe they'll probably drive by again. Let's see. Let's wait it out. I'm always early anyway. Why am I coming in early when I'm having to stay late every day? And see what else we get here. If you sit anywhere for any amount of time, they will always send people to be around you. So if you go over to wherever it is, like that pathway back there, you can see the quietest area that you would think at this time of night there'd be no one back there, but they'll just send people back there to do illegitimate fake surveillance. Back there. Okay. And now he's kind of moving, he or she. Notice the acting though, it's just so slow. Like who drives that way? Another orc coming here, and then there's some guy with camouflage coming up here. All just done to provoke some sort of reaction. Gonna make some contrived coughing noises yet? No, not yet. Okay. Oh, check it out now. Check it out now. Just want to get the car number of this speaker. 7344. Fake. Check this out now. So they sent these stalking murderous criminals here to harass me here. So like I said, anytime I'm standing or sitting in any area, they'll send these thugs through. So they're just going to pull in here and just sit here and pretend. Yeah, see, they've gone down to the end there. This is just to harass me. You saw how I was physically, violently attacked by the Ottawa Police just a short time ago. And they're still showing up everywhere I go to harass me. And they get paid to do nothing legitimate, so... Why is that not working? Okay, I'll show you what they're doing here. Just going back in, I have a ticket still, so. You'll see they'll park over in the corner and just sit there doing nothing. And, because they've been informed that I was just idling there, right? So they can't have me idling anywhere without sending, now they're driving out. So he just drove in just for that, for nothing there. You could see that there. Okay. Yeah, so you saw that. The police drove up to just to harass and intimidate there. And then they got this group of fucking surveillance role players right here. Let's see if we get anything else there. because they've been told I was just sitting there, right? These people here work with the police, so they contacted the police to let them know I was just sitting. Notice this now. The three perpetrators here, one of them contacted the cops. They all work for OC Transpo as well. One hook-nosed guy who's like giggling probably contacted them. You see the police just drove in there, did a circle around and then came back out and left. So that's what they pay them to do, to harass and terrorize people. Let's go back here just for a short time. Now look at back here too, right? So they got whichever direction you go, they got people standing there with phones doing fake surveillance. This side here too, you see. So if I go down here, they're there so that if I go down there, they can alert the police. And these people here, the guys here, they alerted the police that I was just idling and sitting there. So that's why they came. You saw they had nothing legitimate to deal with, and it was just a harassment and intimidation on their behalf. I think these are Ottawa Transit employees too here. We'll just see. Always in groups too. They'll never send any of these people alone because they lack intelligence, so they have to be in groups all the time. This way they can just, you know, surround you and attempt to goad you into some altercation. Whereas if they're alone, you know, you have to actually rely on. Check this out. They're probably going to do drugs back here. You just saw the police right there, right? And you got some drug addicts back here. But the police are okay with that. They just have to come to harass me. So anytime I idle like that, you can tell they have people around here who will immediately contact the police, and these are community-based agents here. You see, they've just been staying in the same position the whole time, and as soon as they arrived, they went over right to where I was positioned too, as well. Now look at this here. This is just an act here as well. Just show you here.
Stalking is not allowed anywhere on OC Transport property. Rappel, il est interdit de juger sur toutes les propriétés d'OC Transport.
And just go from here. So from here. Yeah, they've been positioned there because I was sitting out. They sent them immediately over to where I was as soon as I got there, right to where I was, because they've been told, obviously based on the cameras that are in here, the CCTV cameras. They alert them, and then they alerted the police that I was just sitting there, you know. So yeah, check this out now. Check this out now. Another act. And nice earrings, boy George. Nice earrings on both sides, yeah. Androgynous weirdo. Okay. Let's see. What time is it now? Anyway, I guess it's 10:42. So you can see again, if you didn't understand that they've been by seeing this stuff for 3 years, where the constables show up the moment I leave. Look at this hot. Gay. Then you would have seen that there too, that they're tracking me because the police just showed up, drive in and drive out for nothing. And here's boy George here with his two boyfriends here. And then this is some junkie here on the left here. Look at the shirt that this guy's wearing. Who the heck would walk around wearing that? Those are like those people who they use in that drug policy coalition. The people who they are so dumb that they use them to try and normalize hard narcotics because they're already addicts. Notice the wave. So the three surveillance role players there. Oh, look at this guy here, the boy George guy, with his lovely large loop earrings. Okay. I think these are maybe the night shift people here, maybe, who work here. grown children too, just like the ones who work during the day. Oh, here's the third guy coming in. Yeah, let's all hug each other. Let's all do a group hug. So across there you'll see that guy, they used him the other night too, and he was wearing the same shirt with flames on it. Notice how fast the cops scurried away, because obviously they were just told to drive in here because I was idling here. So we'll just wait a second here. As you can see, cameras everywhere here, right? So no excuse for them not knowing that people are doing drugs in these transit terminals. And but of course, many of the cops themselves actually deal drugs too. So when they're not on them while they're at work, that's why they're so out of it. These people, they're so inarticulate. They're just such blithering, mindless, violent oafs, and that's all you see. And they're either that, or what you'll come across are either very, very effeminate males, or the polar opposite, extremely violent, mindless savages. It's one of the two, and most of them this ticket's still valid anyway, so okay, what else do we have? So it's 10:45 now. Okay, I'm gonna go across here. Okay, 10:45. Yeah, so the cop just came in, did a loop around, and then drove back out, attending to nothing, just to harass, terrorize, and intimidate. We'll get that up on every channel tomorrow that I have. Let's give it a second here. Always early anyway here, so. Another constable? Oh no, these guys are coming out. These guys don't do any work either, these guys in these transport trucks. They do literally nothing. They just rip the public off. The service is absolutely horrible anyway. It's even in Toronto, the TTC provides way, way better service. And it has a lot of faults too, because they're always doing things like stopping it intentionally. They'll do stuff like that there too, where they shut it down intentionally. But I never really saw there, although some of them I guess would take part of those things, I never saw the staff be as just psychotic as the ones here. And I'm talking about the whole staff here. Like, it's just, even if you were told complete lies and told things about somebody, just the way they behave, it's just like, it's really, really disturbing that you can have that many people just behaving so unprofessionally. But that's what you have. But you see both with those constables and the police, you can see by those activities, they don't think of anything for themselves. Everything they do with their jobs is like choreographed. And okay, go here, wait here, and then they'll have obviously an app on the phone, which is like, there's no thought. It's just it's an operation, and they have to follow it flawlessly, just like in the military. That's the way things are in the military too. You're not going to question anything. They just want people who will follow instructions and not question anything. And so that's why they have to destroy individuality when they bring you into the military. They have to mold you into this groupthink mentality, where you have no individualism, and you are just part of the collective. It's the same thing with these communist ideologies. That's what they incorporate into the military. So they want to, and that's how they get them to kill mindlessly, because everyone else around them is doing it and it's been normalized. So they have to normalize that. If you see these things that are put out in film, they're coming back the same way that they just came, it's just an act. Films like Full Metal Jacket, they're showing you that process there. Stanley Kubrick, of course, a high-level Mason, probably isn't even dead. But that's the process they're showing. So this is where I would be crossing. Notice where these people are now. Notice where they're standing. They've been set. This is some junkie. The guy he was standing at the trail last night when they came out. Now they've just the police have just positioned him here to stand here. So notice where he is. They sent them over there to wait because they're thinking that when I was going to cross over there. But let's see how we're doing for time. 10 minutes. I'm not crossing over. You can see where they are, right? That's right where I would cross the street. I have the body camera on just in case the glasses give out here, because it's getting close to 2 hours with them on. We're not at 11 yet, but they're supposed to last 2 hours. Yeah, look at, so you could see those people were positioned on the trail there, so that if I would have went down there, they were doing lookout. Now, to the area where I have to cross, they just position. Look at where they're standing too. They're not even moving. They're just standing in the middle of the sidewalk. They're hoping that I would say something or react when they go. But look at where they are. They use the dumbest people imaginable. Check out this shirt that this guy's wearing. See, when he comes over, he'll watch this. Or if he comes over, I don't know if he's going to cross. This is just theatrics and stupidity here. It's a fake. They're trained in these things. CSIS sends these people to do this. And with some of them, like these people here, they supply them with their drugs too. So they fuel their habits. Now he has to go and stand there and do this. Look at this. Ridiculous. Okay, now more community-based agents here, right? This is almost 11 p.m. at night. Okay. Check it out. Oh, he's finally. Now watch this shirt when this guy comes over. So initially they positioned them there, then they were told to just cross over there, go over there, stand there, then come back over to where they were. Okay, check it out now. And they're gonna get their free drugs for doing this absurd acting skit. Because they knew that's where I'd be crossing. So you see, they went over there, they walked over to where they thought I was going to be going, came back, stood there in the middle of the street. Check this out. Look at the shirt this guy's wearing. He needs to get his free methamphetamine for doing these things. CSIS will provide him with it. And look at this. These are classy people here, you can tell. High class people. And then as they go, check it out here. Check it out here. If you sit for any amount of time, and you're on one of these watch lists, everything around you is just theater. Everything around you. And once you wake up to that, you start to see how ridiculous so many of the things are. Like what the cops did there, for example. They just pull up here. they pull up, obviously, so I'll see them right in front because they knew I was sitting. They drive onto the ramp there, do a circle around the ramp and pull out. Now that's not their area there. That would be for OC Transpo Constables. That's the special constables. So what would the police be doing? Just doing a U-turn there and driving back out while dealing with nothing? Well, they're there to harass me, obviously. So it's supposed to be very obvious, and that's why I'm glad I got that footage. I like footage like that. So check it out now. Check it down here, okay? Like I said, everywhere, all around. Another state-issued white vehicle. We got a lot of stuff tonight. Like I said, Fridays they often ramp the stuff up for whatever reason. Check out where they're standing. It's not a bus stop or anything. You're just standing in the middle of the sidewalk. So you saw the first two drug addicts over there that they had waiting for where I was going to cross. Eventually it started to get, really weird looking, and then so they just told them, okay, come back across. Now they're positioned out there still? I don't know. Okay, and then here. I got a lot of footage to transfer tonight, so look at where they are. Now that thing there's a bike rack, so that's not a bus stop, so they're just standing in the middle of the sidewalk. Okay, let's cross over now.